What did the Bay Area media think of the reports, or at least speculation, that LeBron is going to consider Golden State?
Yeah, I think the Warriors, I would say this for years, have been kind of intrigued by a conversation with LeBron, so I'm not surprised that he would be intrigued just by talking to them. It's not going to happen. It's almost impossible to do it financially. And by the way, they have Kevin Durant, so they kind of have a small forward there. But it's kind of like I think it's like two giant entities that like to tease and tempt everyone else by saying, we might join each other, by the way, folks. You think this is bad? We might come together. They're not going to. But does it put a little bit of an adrenaline rush into Dan Gilbert when he hears it, or into Peter Holt and Greg Popovich in San Antonio and whoever else? Yes, they don't love hearing that. That's why the Warriors and LeBron kind of like the idea of it out there. It's not going to happen. Everybody knows it's not going to happen. The Warriors want to be in on every big name. I've written this a million times. It's true. They just want to be in discussion. And LeBron, I think, likes the idea of throwing himself out there to see who might be willing to talk to him. Warriors are number one team out there. Why not talk to them? Again, it's not going to happen. Both sides like the idea of people talking about it might happen. That's I think the point we're at with this one.
And I caution people, when we start looking at LeBron and where he'll end up, and Paul George where he'll end up, and Chris Paul where he could end up, Kawhi Leonard, I said, keep this in mind. Golden State is going to go out and get one or two players who are going to sacrifice to be able to be part of a winner. And if you get Trevor Ariza, it may not sound like that's a big deal. That would be a huge deal if Golden State got a player of that caliber. So Golden State, I don't know who you think they're going to go out and get, but it feels like Golden State is just reloading. And, you're going to get one or two players to come in and be able to contribute for this team.
No question. That's what they do. I mean, they signed Kevin Durant after they won 73 games and lost in Game 7 in the finals to the Cavaliers. I mean, they're never going to stop trying for this. And, Trevor Ariza, Chris Haynes, ESPN's first one, brought up to me, makes so much sense because he plays that wing defense. He shoots a three. And by the way, you'd be taking him away from your number one challenger, the Houston Rockets.
Absolutely.
Again, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it makes a lot of sense. The Warriors aren't sitting around saying, God, we're good. You know what? We're so good. Let's just roll in. They don't do that. They really don't. They're like, who else can we get? Who else? They gave up half their team to get the cap space to sign Kevin Durant after winning 73 games, Dan. It wasn't 62. They won 73 games. They were ready to do that the whole time. If they'd won a championship, they were going to go after Durant. Might not have got him, but they were going to go after him. This is a team that I keep writing always is looking for the next thing. That's what they do. That Joe Lacob, the owner, thinks they can keep doing this forever. Now, we all know these things have a timestamp on them, but he doesn't think so. He wants to keep winning and winning and winning, and you don't do that by just sitting with who you got. You look at your guys, okay, they're all about 28, 29, 30. When do you have to make a big change? That's what I'm saying. Maybe in about a couple years, you might see this turnover. Maybe they're already planning it, and if they start rolling through every championship, maybe they don't. But, man, they don't win a championship in the next 2 or 3 years, and one of them, they're going to look to turn it over. That's who they are.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.